Thank you, Susan. Will Mike Tuffrey please stand by? And I now call Susan Gashak from Watford to speak for lines 18 to 19.
Good morning, Conference. I'm here today to speak mainly, as many of the other speakers have spoken, about the private rented sector and the situations that go on there. When you buy a home, you normally visit it at least once, twice, 3 times. You check it out, you make sure it is fit for purpose to be your home. You take legal advice, you get surveys, you find out more about that house, and then you purchase it. When you rent a home, normally it's one visit. It's a quick look round. Is it suitable? Will it suit my family? But you can never see the problems that exist there. You get a contract that tells you what you can and can't do, and you have to put a large deposit down. And often the rent is much higher than a mortgage. You also don't interview the landlord to find out what type of landlord they are. Will they allow you to have pets? Unlikely. Will they allow you to decorate? Make it your home? No. I entered the private rented sector 4 years ago. I went and visited the house. I actually visited it twice, and I thought it was suitable for my family and my children. It turned out that once the snow started falling in the winter, that I had a problem in my bathroom. It had 3 great big gaping holes to the outside world, so that when the snow fell, the temperature in that bathroom dropped so low that the bathroom was rendered unusable. This is not acceptable in the private rented sector. After a few disputes with my landlady, I was forced to move, and quickly, because she was hounding me. I very kindly was offered a property. There was a 2-bedroom flat that I thought me and my 3 children could move into for 6 months while we found somewhere more suitable. I stayed there for 2.5 years, sharing a bedroom with my 15-year-old and 8-year-old. This is not acceptable. But when I tried to move on and I tried to find somewhere new to live, I discovered that the market had got harder. Landlords had put more restrictions on who they wished to rent to, and single mums on low incomes were not really their cup of tea. The biggest obstacle I found is that landlords were now asking for 30 times rent as salary. That is a huge amount, often higher than the national wage. In Wales, where my brother lives, 30 times rent as salary would be around about £15,000 for his 3-bedroom flat, the 3-bedroom house. In Watford, where I live currently, you would need £30,000 a year as an average income to rent a small 3-bedroom house. And if I wanted to move back to leafy Richmond, where my parents live, and I would have a support network beyond the Liberal Democrats, I would need a salary of £45,000 a year. That is nearly £20,000 a year more than the average salary. So in many parts of the country, you cannot get a house easily in the private rented sector, and when you do, it tends to be at the lower end of the market. And I am not alone in this. I know the gentleman who lives across the street who rents 2 rooms in a shared house for him and his son. Or the mum round the corner who sleeps on the sofa so that her children can have a room in their 1-bed flat. Conference, we have got to stimulate the housing market. We have got to make sure it's fit for purpose, because for certain, at the moment, it's not. Conference, I urge you to support this motion, but also to support option B. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Will Sue Doughty please stand by? And I now call Mike Tuffrey from Vauxhall.